Hello, thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to talk about what is the underlying reason why we people please. A lot of people say they do it because they don't want to offend other people, because they want to be nice, because they don't want to upset or hurt other people's feelings. I say poo-poo on that. So we'll get into that in just a moment. A quick plug, if you're interested in coaching, very affordable, and the consultation is free, and the first session is only $5. And if you have the consultation and first session, decide you don't want coaching, not a problem. But I really believe it's something that will dramatically benefit your life, and it's something that everyone should at least give a try. So shoot me an email, it's in the description, and we could set up a time. Okay, so that comes up in coaching sessions. People say, because what's one of the things we work on is having those uncomfortable conversations, as we talked about in the previous session, being honest, being authentic, expressing how we truly feel. And we've talked about how niceness is conditioned out of us. From a very young age, we're taught and almost brainwashed, don't say anything rude, don't say anything offensive, don't hurt other people's feelings, be polite, be respectful. And then what happens is we have this artificial, superficial conversations that we have amongst people. Differences aren't expressed, they're repressed. And then it builds resentment. And some of the most, people think it's good to be labeled, people think I'm so nice, I feel so good, that's so wonderful. No, it's not a good thing to be labeled as nice, because it shows that it's kind of like skiing. If you're not falling down, you're not trying hard enough, and if you're not having uncomfortable and difficult conversations, you're not being truly authentic with who you are and what you want to say and how you feel about people, and setting boundaries with people. So there are so many long-term benefits to being honest and authentic with people. Because when we're not, there is a long-term price to pay. And so a lot of times people get so caught up in the short-term benefit, avoiding confrontation, but at the cost of it harms our relationships and connections. So the reason we do it is not because we don't want to hurt or offend anybody. That might be a portion of it. But the reason we do it is because it makes us uncomfortable. We don't want to be judged. We don't want to be frowned upon. We don't want to have, when we say things that might be controversial or we know are not going to get approved of, and people go like this, they give us a judging scowl. We don't want that. We are social beings. Our primitive brain is hardwired to seek approval. We used to live in a tribe of 100 and 150 people. If you got kicked, you had to seek approval, because for the resources and the harmony of the tribe, you got kicked out of the tribe, you're going to die. You're not going to survive. And so that part of our brain is still hardwired in our conversations today, in our relationships today, when that's not the consequence. If you lose your job, you find another job. If you lose a friend, you find more friends. It's not a life or death situation like it was, but our brain is still operating under that paradigm. And so what we want to do is start small and start saying, stop blocking the censor. Stop allowing the censor to block you and prevent you from saying what you truly want to say. And it's like a muscle. The more you express how you truly feel, the more it empowers you. In coaching, we've worked on setting boundaries at work, saying no to certain situations, setting boundaries with people. People ask you, hey, do you want to do this? You want to go out? Can you help me out here? Having the confidence and the ability to say no without needing to give an excuse. Little things like that build that muscle, so it is easier to do things in the future, to express how you truly feel, to be more confident, and to be more authentic. And one of the common things as we work on this in coaching, and we document this, we journal it, we keep a log, and we track this, and it makes a huge difference. And especially having a coach that will help you stretch outside your comfort zone, because that's why I have a coach, because I know if I don't have someone holding me accountable and kind of pushing me a little bit outside my comfortable, I'm going to stay within what's within my comfort range. It's just human nature. So it makes it very effective, to have that accountability. But as we start doing this, one of the things that clients tell me is that they feel liberated, they feel invigorated, they feel empowered, they feel excited about letting out who they truly are. And what you'll find is you might lose some friends, you might even lose your job that might not be in sync with who you are, but you start advertising who you are, people start seeing who you truly are. There are other people that will be attracted to that never get an opportunity to see the authentic you, because we are coming from a place of fear. And I see this very commonly especially with new people in social interactions, is that people play it safe. They don't say anything, that they feel might be rude or might be, too personal or stuff like that. I like to stretch the social boundaries when I meet new people. I like to challenge them. Now, we're not talking about anything extreme here, right? We have the green zone where we mostly live. Then we have the yellow zone, where it's slightly uncomfortable. Orange zone, uncomfortable. And red zone for most people, the panic area, makes them extremely comfortable. I'm talking about going to the yellow zone, talking to people, maybe if you're waiting in the grocery store, talking to the person behind you, going up and approaching, if you see a cute boy, girl, going up and approaching them, and just engaging in conversations. And you see it's much worse in your head than in reality. And then you get to, it's like it builds confidence because you're validating who you are. You're no longer censoring it and saying, oh, I shouldn't do this, I shouldn't do that. It's that fear mindset that keeps us small and little. And what we want to do is grow, is be big and expansive. And the way we do that is not just reading the books, but it's taking and applying these things to our everyday situations. And I tell my clients that we're working on social stretching goals, every day wake up and ask yourself, okay, what opportunity can I create for myself to socially stretch? What uncomfortable conversation can I have? And stop fooling ourselves into thinking that we're doing it for other people, because we don't want to offend or hurt them. You know what? They probably don't even appreciate it either. I bet if I were to ask you, you would want people to be honest and real and authentic with you. And if you see people that are overly nice, overly people-pleasing, be aware. There's a great book. I even recommend it for women. It's called No More Mr. Nice Guy by Robert Glover. And it's just absolutely fantastic. And it shows how nice people, there's a darker side under them. And those are the, some of the people that stabbed me in the back, the biggest, or the most, were nice people. And it's not the label that we think, the positive label that we think it is, that we're conditioned to believe it to be. So there's just some food for thought, and challenge yourself, stretch your comfort zone, and you'll feel that sense of exhilaration. Thanks for tuning in. Again, if you're interested in coaching, shoot me an email, and please, I appreciate all your comments, subscriptions, and thumbs up, voting on the video. And until next time, thank you for all your support over the years. This channel's been around for a long time, and a lot of you have been really loyal followers and subscribers and commenters and supporters of the channel, and I really appreciate that. Okay, see you later. Bye-bye.